Hey everyone, welcome back to the Preset Viz channel. In this video we're going to be doing a remake of Tiesto's song Don't Be Shy, which is one of his more recent releases. So in this first part we're going to dive into the verses and the build-ups, and then in the next part we'll be doing the drops. So make sure you smash the subscribe button before we start so you don't miss the next video. Without any further ado, let's jump straight into the production and see how close we can get. So we're starting with just purely the vocals. And then the first element we're going to look at is the chord progression, and we're going to use this organy kind of sound. You can grab this one from Main Stage Vol.1. So this is what the MIDI looks like, and this is how it sounds on its own. And then on top of that we have this preset called 80 Top, which is adding like a brassy kind of old school synth sound. And I'm using this just to do some harmonic top notes. So as you can see here we've got an A sharp note, which adds a bit of like an eerie dimension to the whole chord progression on the last bit here. And this is how it sounds all together. So that's the chord progression alongside the vocals, and then what we have here is some automation on the filter cutoff on the main synth, and basically it's just opening up, and you can really feel the cutoff just opening up as the song progresses.
Can't be tamed, I'm not gonna play, oh no, I ain't like that, fuck him, I'm a wildcat, baby break my heart, give me all you got, don't ask why, don't be shy, is it love or lust, I can't get enough, don't ask why, don't be shy.
That whole automation part really helps to build up the suspense and just build up a lot more energy in the track coming up to the pre-build. So the next sounds a bit of an ambient kind of sound rather than like a bass line, but we're using like a bass preset for this. And what I've done to essentially give it more of like a pad feel, and what I've done to kind of give it that pad feeling is turn the reverb mix level all the way up to 100. So this is more of like a wet signal than a dry one, so it's kind of really in the background. And so the MIDI we're playing is just 2 E notes, so 1, 2 octaves lower than the other. And this adds like an eerie kind of growl in the background to the whole song.
Baby break my heart, give me all you got.
It was kind of hard working out what this element was in the background in the original song, but I just gathered it was one note being held throughout and just playing like a weird eerie kind of sound in the background. So now I'm adding in some bass to the whole sound, which comes in on the second half, and this is using the preset called Your Love from Main Stage Vol.1, so it's like more of a topic kind of bass synth. And then I've put a filter on there so you can't really hear the top end on the synth, it's more just the low end, and this is what the MIDI is playing. And as you can see, we've got some filter automation. So I've got one on the cutoff here, and then also within the effects, I've got some opening on this filter here. So it kind of opens up the whole sound slowly.
Baby, break my heart, give me all you got. Don't ask why, don't be shy. Is it love or lust? I can't get enough. Don't ask why.
Next up, we're going to throw in some sweeps to just build up on the whole build section and also kind of try and get closer to the original.
Is it love or lust? I can't get enough. Don't ask why.
So then we get to this section here where we've just got the vocal, but there's a couple of small little fill effects going on. So the first thing is like a sub drop, which is really discreet in the mix.
Don't be shy.
And then we also have this sweep, which is a really sick, eerie sweep. It's like a bass reverse kind of sound. And it's really cool to just like swell into a drop. And then on top of that, I was hearing a bit more noise, so I added in this sweep here. So the next sound we have is this pluck sound from Car Music Volume 3. And this is called Skurky, and it's playing essentially like a background pluck. So it's completely like an ambient sound. And this is the MIDI we've got for it. And this is also used in the drop, so we'll be exploring more of the MIDI later on in the next part of the video. But this is what it sounds like on just the pre-drop section. So as you can see, it's quite a simplistic production just for the verses, and then it gets a lot more intricate in the drop part, which we'll be doing in the next part. But this is what we've got so far. We're going to go and take a listen back now and see how close we got overall. And then in the next video, we'll be checking out the drops and playing both of those combined. Make sure you smash the like button if you enjoyed this one, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next part, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
People say I'm not gonna change, I know that you like that, you know where my mind's at. Can't be tamed, I'm not gonna play, oh no, I ain't like that, fuck him, I'm a wildcat. Baby, break my heart, give me all you got. Don't ask why, don't be shy. Is it love or lust? I can't get enough. Don't ask why. Don't be shy, shy, shy.